Portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited, fueling growth for people.
Author Emmanuel Francis has relaunched his book titled The Manual of Junkanoo Costume Construction. It's a beginner's guide to Junkanoo design. He recently paid a visit to ZNS Chairman Reverend William Thompson, explaining that he wants to revive the technical aspects of the cultural event.
I saw a problem with the junior Junkanoo and indeed with the senior parades where the craft wasn't being preserved. That is, costumes were being mass produced and handed to people. And then there's always been a lot of talk about the Junkanoo curriculum. And I say, well, the Junkanoo curriculum, the reason why it probably can't come to fruition is because there are no literary resources that they could use.
Now, the Bahamas National Trust is monitoring attempts to refloat a sunken barge that recently sunk off Pirates Retreat. It's a small private island within the Exuma Keys Land and Sea Park. The owner of Pirates Retreat advised park officials the barge had been completing work on the installation of a breakwater. However, the barge, which is owned and operated by Heavy Marine and Foundations Limited, had sunken overnight. The barge was carrying an excavator at the time it went under. The barge company worked for more than a week on refloating the barge, and all salvage efforts were closely monitored by the BNT to ensure there was no additional damage to the park and its resources. BNT Park personnel confirmed that the barge was not resting on any corals and there are no significant coral reef in the immediate vicinity. Additionally, National Trust officials confirmed the sunken barge was not carrying fuel and the excavator did not appear to be leaking fuels or oils except minor residual amounts initially. The BNT remained in close contact with all parties involved as the salvage efforts continued. The barge was finally successfully refloated late Saturday and is now making its return to Nassau. And still talking Exuma, the new Two Turtles Resort has reopened for business after undergoing major renovations. And with those upgrades, business is picking up. Manager Crystal Rogers told us visitors are enjoying 8 new rooms with flat-screen televisions, cable and plush queen beds. And next week, a new Chinese restaurant will open while Saturday barbecues will resume. Take a look.
We are getting bookings, and right now we're just about booked out for the 2014 regatta, and that's in April. So we're about sold out with our rooms for the regatta because this is the #1 spot for the regatta where everybody wants to stay because it's right on the site. They don't need to rent a car. They don't need to go anywhere else but here.
Now add to the renovations an innovative marketing campaign that resort officials hope will not only attract domestic but more international clientele.
We have special rates, competitive rates. The local rate is only $100 a night right now. We also have our low rates on booking.com, low as $150 a night. So our rates are very competitive compared to the rest.
And finally, in this segment of the news, sunflowers, brownies, guides, and rangers marched through the streets today as the Bahamas Girl Guides Association marked the start of Guide Week, being celebrated under the theme, Education for All, Seize the Opportunity. The march was followed by a service at Our Lady's Catholic Church, where Association President Anita Bernard said after 99 years, the organization continues to be relevant as it provides an educational and spiritual foundation for girls. The organization today has more than 2,000 participants spread throughout the islands. Today's event is the start of a week of activities for Girls Guides that will culminate with Guides Thinking Day on Saturday. Father Alain Laverne, addressing the group, said the organization, through its principles, has a significant impact on the lives of the girls, whom he noted are role models for others. He encouraged the young ladies to stay focused on getting an education and warned against being easily swayed by material goods. Well, that does it for this portion of the news. Stay tuned, though. Julian Gibson is up next with ZNS Total Sports.